Cummins conversion with the Allison transmission behind it. So air is supposed to come in here, go through here into a ram that goes over into the turbo. They just stuck this little... What's up guys, welcome back. You still doing intros? What are we doing today?
I don't know.
Jared's gonna do the intro. What's up guys? You gotta be like energetic. What's up guys? So we got a couple trucks we're wrapping up right now. We've got this truck. This was actually a scam truck out of another shop. They hit it for like 40 grand worth of repairs. The repairs that were made were like replacing the brake lines with blue soft brake lines. They're rubbing on rotors. It was a disaster. It's on some other vlog. You can take a look at it. But more importantly, we're actually getting it wrapped up now. We painted the truck with our Kevlar finish. We did a ton of upgrades. Light bar, new lights. We powder coated his original brush guard that was on there. So we got new center caps on there, a ton of engine work done to it, a lot of cleanup, a lot of wiring cleanup. There's a lot of little loose ends on there. Got that all cleaned up. Full-blown interior. Got his old roof rack off. That thing was looking a little rough. He also had some rust over here, down this line. So we actually separated the roof and did a ton of work on it. Yeah, this truck was a lot of work to get dialed in. But Jared's wrapping up the interior right now, getting it all dialed in. Customers coming in 2 or 3 days, I think. Take a look at it, make sure it's everything he wanted, and then we'll ship it out to him.
Have you seen Randy today?
Oh, funny story. Randy's getting married. He is out today. He doesn't call in anymore. He's on his way out. He's like, he's been threatening to retire for years. Or we're like, all right, Randy. All right, it's coming. It's coming. Hey, Flo. How many times do you think Randy's quit here?
I lost count. I don't know. Probably 10 times.
At least.
At least. He's quit.
Yeah. But finally, I think now he's going to retire after he's married. I don't think all of our viewers know, but he's actually marrying my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was coming over to the house like every couple days, and every time she'd come over, she's like, oh, I saw your new vlog. It's so amazing. And that Randy, he is cute. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And would not shut up about Randy. So like after the 3rd or 4th time, it finally like I took the hint and I was like, hey, Janie, do you want to meet Randy? And she's like, oh, okay, great, thank you. Now they're getting married, so the rest is history. And Randy's like splurging. He's got an open bar for all of us. It's gonna be a good time. So we got that going on. So tomorrow, we're not gonna be here. Actually, it's gonna be a ghost town here as well as our Florida shop. Our Florida shop is just a few miles north of Tampa. So they're getting hit with a Cat 4 to 5-ish hurricane right now. And I think it's gonna miss. So we're looking good right now, but we shut down the shop. So if you're calling in, you'll know why you didn't get an answered phone call, because Randy's getting married here and the Florida shop is going through a hurricane. But we'll show you the inside of this truck. It's coming out really nice. Come on up here. Full-blown interior on here. Turned out beautiful. Alpine head unit. I really dig the head unit. I think it's like a 9-inch screen across there. Turned out really nice. Integrated all of its switches into new switches across here. So this is reverse light on. That means when this is turned on, they only turn on in reverse. Then the next setting is going to be off, and then the next setting is going to be rear lights on. So that's actually an override from the off setting where standard reverse lights would turn on, or he's got his rigid reverse lights integrated on as well, or he can override that and just turn them on. So that's pretty cool. Then just simply you got the windshield light bar up here, brush guard light bar there. Just a really clean layout right here that we did. We also have the scan gauge. So this is kind of an older unit that was used years ago. Very functional. It gives you a lot of detail on the engine management. You can see what your fuel economy is out of it. You can also delete codes. It shows you check engine lights. So if there's any problems, you can kind of diagnose it, or at least shoot us a call and be like, yeah, that code is, you know, detrimental to running the truck. shut it down, tow it back, or no, it's fine, it's a little glitch or something, and that can be taken care of later. And that's pretty cool to have. If you're driving these trucks and there's a little problem, you can figure out what's going on and potentially clear the code and at least get off the road or get home if you have to. And we'll do like a full walk around when it's done and photo shoot. What else we got, Jason? That's it?
I don't know. I think that's it.
I gotta go to a wedding rehearsal dinner tonight.
So do I.
Were you invited?
Yeah.
There's two things. First off, the reason I question that is Randy went on a tirade of like inviting everybody to everything. And then Janie started pulling back some of these invitations.
Yeah.
Like, no. I'm just making sure that you don't show up and surprise them. And second part of that too is there's no rehearsal. It's just dinner.
It's just dinner?
It's a completely unstructured dinner. So I don't know what's going to happen other than like all of us getting drunk tonight.
Basically, yeah. Oh, Liz is coming too.
Right. I like that. She's cool.
So, that'll be good.
She's a better part of you two. I like hanging out with her. So does Michelle and the kids.
She's the better part of me?
Well, dude, my son loves Liz.
Oh, I know.
Jason's girlfriend literally paid my son $200 to push him off the boat into the ocean. And the fall off the bow was like, I don't know, 8 feet, 10 feet or so?
Yeah, it's like 10 feet up, yeah.
Yeah, ice cold water too on top of that.
So I made him jump in with me.
Yeah. Yeah, so check this thing coming in, dude. Down to it's all. Even when it stopped shaking, the ground still shaking. Customer was his lifelong dream to buy a Hummer, and he and his dad always talked about it. He went into the military. His dad passed away, unfortunately, and he finally succeeded in buying his Hummer. This is his dream car, and he's like, this is everything. This is what my dad and I were dreaming about buying together. And he finally was able to buy it. Unfortunately, his dad passed away before it happened. So he's like, I bought it in honor of him, which is really cool. So Cummins conversion with the Allison transmission behind it. We did the conversion, I don't know how long ago. It had to be 10 years ago or so. I mean, it was a long time ago. Just bought it, having a couple little problems, something with the transmission. We think maybe the transfer case, we know the transfer case has a leak, but maybe it's a vampire back there as well in the transfer case that is dropping transmission fluid out. I don't know, we're gonna take a look at it, figure out what's going on with it. They did some funky stuff to it, so check this out. Can you see that, Jason? That's the air filter turned around backwards, so it's like blocking off this whole air filter box. So air is supposed to come in here, go through here into a ram that goes over into the turbo. They just stuck this cheap little air filter. You can see it's not the correct size. This whole thing's collapsing in, it's dry. It's not a high quality Cummins or heavy duty diesel engine rated air filter. Yeah, so we're gonna get that hooked back up. The center mount for the hood fell off, and this guy fell onto the exhaust manifold, completely melted. So we'll get this replaced. We're gonna do the hood snubber kit. This guy's gonna be replaced.
Yeah, that thing's sucking in so much hot air too.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. Well, it's funny because back in the day, they called them cold air intakes, where they take an original OEM air filter housing, specifically out of like the Chevy trucks, H2 Hummers, H3 Hummers, and on the side of the cowling here, this fender, it has openings where it's sucking in cold air into the air filter. Air filter box is made out of plastic, so it's not going to absorb that heat. They replace it with an open air filter element that's usually over here, right next to the engine, and then a metal shroud to kind of keep heat away, but that absorbs heat. It's ineffective. It sounds cool. You get like more of a whooshing sound, but not very effective. Having it go through this system is going to be better. And in this situation, it's going to take a little work to build a new air duct over there, but not too bad. And then you have an effective vehicle that's not going to be sucking up water too. But yeah, rat truck, we'll get some footage of this and the wrap up of this guy. Hopefully it's a quick and easy repair. We'll just go through and make sure it's dialed and get it back on the road for them. What's wrong, Jason? You okay?
My arm hurts.
Yeah, because you got like this gnarly staph infection in your arm.
How can I have a staph infection with no wound?
Check it out. Something bit Jason. Look at this. Yeah, dude, that does not look good.
Yeah, no. And it's all like hard right here.
Does that hurt?
No. I'm like, did I break my arm?
Dude, it looks like it. Look, he's been working out. Look at his forearm. He's like Popeye. So I haven't even looked at this truck. I have about 10 years ago. We worked on it probably 10 years ago. A good friend of mine, Joe, and did a bunch of work for him, and he just hasn't driven it in years. And finally he calls up, he's like, hey Ryan, I decided to sell the truck. It's just sitting around too long. There's no sense in me keeping it. And this is it. Now this is pretty cool. This is a 2002, no, November 2001, so that's manufacture date, so it should be a 2002. Almost bone stock truck, except for the roof rack right here, which we could take off and turn it back to stock. And the old Stinger brush guard up here, that was a company that went out of business years ago called SMA, Stinger Mac Accessories. It originally was Stinger, and there was Mac Accessories. They put them together, SMA. Got into bed with General Motors, building a tire carrier for the H2, and just got in over their head with this massive, like, I don't know, it was like a 100,000 square foot building. It was pretty incredible building, but then GM pulled the contract and that was it. So another tangent of mine, scrolled off, sorry guys. This is pretty much all bone stock, apparently, and I want to say it's around 20,000 miles on it. So extremely low mile truck. And I talked to him about the idea of kind of returning his truck back to stock and then selling it. So this is going to come up to market pretty soon. And I'm looking at it right now. It looks really nice. He did say we put in this billet aluminum kit years ago. And I would say we just leave that, or you could even repowder coat this black and it's gonna look factory and be much higher quality than plastic. I'd be good with that as like an upgrade versus the OEM. It's got his original brush guard in here, some parts, but really it's a clean truck, man.
It's still recording, I just unplugged my head.
It just fell apart,
I'm so broken today.
Yeah, obviously.
I just need to get drunk at the dinner tonight.
To even out your mentality?
Yeah.
Oh, and he was the original owner too.
Oh, that's
pretty
cool.
sick. Okay, so this guy's coming up for sale. Dinner is at some Mexican restaurant in Vista. That's how my brain works. It's like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. ADHD going on.
Yes, I have to deal with it all the time.
Yeah, sometimes I just squirrel off and I'm gone.
I know.
So I'm sure there's going to be some seals that are bad. We'll get it on the road, drive it a little bit, see if there's any other seals that pop up, get those replaced, maybe get this exhaust tip off of here, so I don't like that thing hanging out here. We actually have a double wall exhaust tip that we could throw on here and tuck it up in here. Wouldn't be stock, but that'd be something I'd be okay with not being stock. I just don't like this that bigger tip on here. But yeah, give us a week on this thing. It'll be listed. If you are interested in a 2002 blue wagon, super low miles, 20-some thousand miles. I want to say he said 22,000 miles. I could be wrong on that, but this truck is going to be coming up for sale here very shortly. What else, Jason? That's all I got. End of the vlog. See you guys soon. I got to go to a wedding rehearsal party where I'm going to get drunk
yes, you're gonna get lots of shots.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and like button down below, and notification bell, and leave comments and
Bing, bing.
ding, ding, ding.
Chimes. Is there a chime? No, it just chimes.
Does it chime?
Ting. Right? Ting. Ting.